Hey, what's up, guys? This is Daniel DLFproductions, and I know, vlog again. I know I just did one last week, but seeing there's so much to talk about, I just do another vlog. So the first thing I want to do is go since I went out today, I decided to buy a lot of DVDs. So pretty much it's a DVD update too. So here we go. And plus, I got a lot of things to talk about too, so let's get the DVD update out of the way first. Okay, when I was in Blockbuster, I only bought one movie at Blockbuster, but I bought the other movies at Kmart. But yeah, the first movie, and this is not the first movie I bought. The movie I got here in my hand is a movie that I thought about getting, but never got around to doing until now. Plus, if I have the movie Clerks, then I should have this movie, Mallrats. A movie I saw on TV about over a year ago, and I actually really liked it. Oh, of course. Then again, it's Kevin Smith, so you can't really hate that movie. Mallrats is just a pretty good comedy. I don't know why you don't see comedies this good anymore. But I'm not saying they're bad now. I mean, I don't know. I know there's some movies out there that are pretty much knockoff, wannabe Kevin Smith films. I'm not saying there are films out there, like, I don't know. But you know, folks, you know the drill. But I really found this movie very funny, and what's funny and what's even more funnier, but even more ironic, is that Jason Lee and the big heavyset guy, I cannot remember his name. It's funny how they were both in this movie, and they will wind up on the show My Name is Earl. So it's pretty ironic how I went from this to My Name is Earl. But I never really watched the show, to be truly honest, and I never really got into it, but this is basically the pre-My Name is Earl days. Back when Jason Lee at least had some hair on his head. That and before the Chipmunks, you know. But then again, to me, this is, in my opinion, his better film. And I was showing my dad saw the cover of this, and you know something? He said, this guy over here, this guy, the main guy you see right here, says for a second from a certain distance he looks like Keanu Reeves. You know, for a second he actually does. You know, this is a pretty funny movie. Plus you got Stan Lee in it, and it's not even a Marvel movie. So it's pretty funny how that just happens. So yeah, got Mallrats now. Had Clerks, now I got Mallrats. Now the next one I got, I personally, at first when I saw this on TV, I really didn't really get into it. Like, I mean, it was good in some level, but part of me was like, I didn't care for it. But I saw it today and thought, you know what, I'm gonna give this movie another chance. I mean, I did not hate this movie, but I didn't like it. The movie is Silent Hill. I mean, I will admit I like it for its own. I don't hate it. I like it for what it is. But when I was sitting there the first time, I don't know. Part of me liked it, but the other half was like, nah. Then again, I will be honest, I never really played the games prior before seeing this movie, so I really didn't understand too much. And I mean, I understood that I looked at it as a horror film, I looked at it as an outsider. But I finally played a little bit of the game. I never made it all the way through. I'm still pretty much stuck on the fucking first level. I know I suck at the game. But you know, other than that, personally, I thought about this movie again. I'm like, you know what? The movie wasn't bad. I mean, I liked it in a sense as a horror film, so you know, aside from the fact that it's a shitty ending, but you know, the movie wasn't that bad. Thinking about it now. So it's good as its own. At least it's more close to the source material. At least some of it, not fully, but in a sense, at least it has something that the game would do. Unlike some other game movies. Now, the next movie I got is Arnold film, Red Heat. Saw it on TV a while back. It's an alright film. Plus, I like Arnold anyway, so why not? It wasn't that bad. And another movie I got is also a Dolph Lundgren movie. I really wanted to get The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren, but I could not find it, and they didn't have it. But I did find one movie when I was in Kmart, though. It's a direct-to-DVD film. It's one of his films, and it's Missionary Man. And I looked at it, I'm like, you know, I should buy this. It looks kind of interesting. Because it's Dolph Lundgren, and just like Stallone, he makes these kind of movies for his fans. He cares about his fans. Just like Stallone, he does it for the fans. So that's why I got personal respect for this guy. He's cool. Because he's all about old school action. He knows how to deliver, just like Stallone. So him and Stallone are pretty much the same on their own level. Plus, they both were in the same movie, so just ironic. Though. Now another movie I found in Kmart while I was in there. It was in the same section. And surprisingly, I never thought I'd actually find the DVD of this. I thought it was going to be very hard and rare to find. And I finally found it. It's a movie I saw a review of on Rambo Rat's channel. And after his review, I thought about this movie. I'm like, that does sound pretty cool. After showing some of the footage and stuff to help out a little better. And some of the footage of the film, from what I saw, it looks pretty cool from his review. So after thinking about Rambo Rat's review and explaining how good this movie was, I actually found the DVD, and that movie's Runaway with Tom Selleck. And you know, I didn't know about this movie until I saw Rambo Rat's review. So in a way, I thank him for making that review. And you know, for some strange reason, am I the only one who notices that this cover is the only cover that looks pretty badass? I mean, I don't know why. That cover always looks pretty fucking awesome. I don't know why. I mean, it's just the cover of Tom Selleck, but just the way you look, I don't know, I'm just a sucker for it. Even reminds me of a VHS cover just on a DVD. You know, somehow when this was out on VHS back in the day, I wonder if this was the same cover. If it was, then at least a DVD cover that actually uses the old. I don't know. I'm just being silly again. But yeah, I thought about this movie after I thought about Rambo Rat's review, Matt. And as a result, now I got the movie. I bought it, decided to. Because it's a thought, I'm like, you know what, I'll buy the movie, it looks cool. Plus I like sci-fi films, and it sounded like a pretty damn awesome idea. And here's another movie that I actually saw on TV just not too long ago, probably a few days ago, maybe last week. And now I can see, and this is a movie that I'm glad I saw, because I thought it was really well made. Aside from the fact that it has the Bourne action cut thing going on, but I was satisfied with this movie because, I don't hate the Bourne films. I gotta give them another chance because it's hard to sit, because I can't explain it, but yeah. But this film, however, this is a film I thought was worthy. So the movie is Taken, extended cut. And I'm surprised this movie is PG-13. They don't curse or anything, but for some reason the movies and the feeling of this flick kind of pulls off more like an R film. I don't know how they managed to get away with certain source material. That's the only thing. I wish this movie was rated R, because I don't know, that's just me, I guess. But then again, it is an extended cut and they got the unrated version on here. And I wonder if this movie's actually worthy of an unrated extended cut. I don't know, I haven't watched it yet, so I've seen the movie. What I like about this film is it's not long, it's not as a certain pace that I like. It's like this, and plus Liam Neeson does a pretty damn good job in this film. And it's a pretty simple plot. He goes to Paris, looks for the motherfuckers that kidnapped his daughter. Boom, boom, takes them out, super agent style. Well, Taken, yeah, I liked it. It was a pretty cool it was a pretty solid flick here, in my opinion. So, plus I thought the daughter was kind of freaking hot. when she was like not wearing anything. Oh well, that's a whole different conversation for a whole different topic for a whole different video. That you get to see me bust a nut on camera. You get to watch. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I'll be gone from YouTube. Let's put it like that. Now the last DVD I'm gonna show is another Schwarzenegger film, is to be exact. And let's just say before there was Mr. and Mrs. Smith, there was True Lies. And you're probably wondering exactly how do you compare it. I'm not comparing it exactly, but him being a secret agent and living a fake life about being a computer person and all that, even though in reality he's really an agent. Well, there's it's kind of hard to explain. It has the same vibe because it has a very similar vibe to Mr. and Mrs.